Hey, happy Saturday, Tattletales. Listen, let's get right into the mess. There are new updates on the Wendy Williams guardianship case. And the fact that, right? Wendy Williams' family. And there were a lot of people that are like, why is her manager, right, that's 75 years old, going for guardianship of all of her affairs? Why doesn't one of her family members step in? Wendy has a sister who's a lawyer. Wendy has a son who's a power of attorney. Wendy has a brother. Wendy has a lot of people in her corner, at least more than Bernie, that a manager trying to get over, that literally could help her and try to go for guardianship. But get this, Wendy's family has come out and said the family, including the son, Kevin Jr., will not file for guardianship of Wendy amid her serious health issues. Now let's get into it, right? The former queen of daytime TV is locked in a bitter legal battle with Wells Fargo, trash bank, right? Allegedly, over access to her bank accounts. And as sources have previously reported, the case has been rolled over into her guardianship case in this New York State court, with her former manager, Bernie Young, 75, vying for control of her and her estate. Now, I told you my opinion of this. If you haven't, go watch my live. But one of the reasons why Bernie was allowed to assume control is when Kevin was ousted from the Wendy Williams show, Bernie took over her affairs. Now, it is my opinion that Kevin, her ex-husband, not her son, but Kevin Sr., literally in my mind was delighting at the fact that Wendy was being circled by vultures. The only thing is, I really do think that Kevin didn't think that, him rooting for her to fail would result in a stop payment alimony to him, his mistress, and his love child. Side note, you guys know I did a review on Kevin's live. I want to know, if Sharina's 10 toes down and love of his life and he got a beautiful baby, then why don't you remarry your beautiful family? Oh, that's right. You still want that coin that Wendy and all her sacrifices, and even her sacrificing her health, actually bought you. So that's the thing. Wendy could not take a vacation. And part of the reason was there were bills to pay while you were busy eating your vegan macaroni and cheese. But let's move on. Now again, to the bunch of people saying, why isn't her family stepping in? She does have several family members that could step in to help, but have not. And here's the reason, right? But a source close said that they don't believe control over the host affairs is necessary, as they feel she is capable of handling her own matters. They go on to say, Wendy has plenty of people in her orbit that can step in and go up against Bernie for guardianship, but the family's adamant. They don't think she needs one, a source told. Wendy's sister Wanda has worked as an attorney and is an advocate for kids alongside the child welfare system in Florida. And their brother Tommy is a teacher. They sound like peaceful, law-abiding adults, perfect guardians. The famous TV star and her siblings have gotten closer in recent months and have been spotted out together several times as she's been recovering, nearby in a Florida recovery center for her health issues. Know that I think her health issues do stem from some type of recovery. Also, I think it is age. Plus, I actually might even think it's mental, like depression. Let's not forget that Kevin, as much as he says he tried to help Wendy, and maybe he did protect her to a certain point, I believe through sources that he was one of the main issues that she fought with. And every single time they fell in the outs, she would relapse. The only difference is this time, he actually left her, moved in with that woman, Sharina, in Florida. And this was too much for Wendy to take. I do believe that she is dealing with substance abuse problems and also heartache, also depression. And also, I think, yeah, we love Wendy, but maybe she's sick of doing TV for 50 years. But let's get back into this report. His family goes on to say, no one in her family feels like she needs guardianship in place. They believe she's capable of handling her own life. Additionally, Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., has power of attorney over his mother. And he's also not filing for guardianship, according to the insider, because neither him or his mother believe one's necessary. Now, sources close to Wendy have insisted that the star's health has been improving since she first moved to Florida to be with family while she recovers from a myriad of health crises. Honestly, I think this is a smart legal move to actually say she doesn't need a guardianship, right? She does not need a guardianship because guess what? She can handle her own life quiet as is kept. Now, here's the thing from a legal strategy, and this is just my opinion, right? Wendy, if they were to get into that guardianship argument, they would have to admit that Wendy is mentally unfit. And they would just be arguing, okay, fine, she is mentally unfit, Bernie shouldn't be the one to take over. But if they do that, they give up all claims against the bank and Wells Fargo for violating what they allege is her breach of fiduciary duty, and that's a duty that any financial institution holds to their clients, or at the very least, Wells Fargo, as they're being accused of violating their own methods, practices, and standards. Again, if they can prove that Whitney, why do I keep calling her Whitney? Well, I know why, and you guys know why too, but if they can prove that Wendy is of sound mind, at least enough to handle her own financial matters, right? Because think about anybody that is in recovery, is in rehab, is going through depression, is going through mental issues. That's not enough to take complete control of their life, a la Britney Spears. You know what I'm saying? So I admire the fact that they do have enough legal strategy to say, we're not even going down that road. She's fine. You guys prove that she's unwell. Now, Bernie, on the other hand, why is it every Bernie, well, not Bernie Sanders, we heard Bernie Sanders, but Bernie Madoff, Bernie, what's his other guy's last name? We'll just call him Bernie, the ne'er-do-well manager, right? Who's 75 years old, is pursuing guardianship over the ailing star. They claim, but here's the thing. Sources close to Wendy's camp are saying, don't forget that Wendy fired Bernie at the start of the year. He used her American Express card to pay for the hiring of attorney Caroline Wolf at the powerhouse law firm Abrams Frenstrom LP to pursue guardianship over Wendy's money. Listen, she does have, now this lawyer does have a lot of experience with various forces of mental health and mental hygiene law. However, Wendy, in the video she shared with everybody that I did a live on, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a nice deep dive. Also, hit that like and subscribe button. Help your girl with this algorithm out, right? It's a lot. But one thing I will say for sure from what I've seen, and no, I don't have special information, but from what what is publicly available, for what I see, Wendy does not reach that criteria and they are making a money grab. Now, if you want to roll your eyes at it, just remember, this is Hollywood. There is more than $40 million on the table with this, and people are vying for control. And if you believe Kevin, that ne'er-do-well ex, even he said that Wendy to them is worth more deleted off the earth than she is alive, and the insurance policies will let you know where people's interests lie. Regardless, y'all, I don't see how the bank literally nominated an employee that was fired to be her guardianship when she got all this family around. You guys, again, the cases have been combined. It is still ongoing. Let's pray for Wendy and make sure she gets the justice she deserves. But while we're at it, you guys, let me know what you think of the story in the comments, all right? And I will talk to you later. Bye.